If there's one thing God is teaching me is that I need to slow down. I need to enjoy being alone first, because it's in that process of singleness that he refines you. He makes you ready for your spouse, because on the other side your spouse is also being refined. We live in a world where singleness is viewed like a disease. When you're single, you're not complete. But so many people are in relationships just because the world is in relationship. Like everybody around you is in a relationship that they don't even know where it's headed to, and they're not even happy. They're probably fornicating. And fornication is not good in the eyes of the Lord. I'm not trying to shame you. That's the word. That's the Bible. That's how God is calling it. And so, we live in a world where no one wants to be single. No one wants to just, in their singleness, to learn who God is, what the purpose is. Like, the devil will have you chasing romantic relationships all your youth until you get married and realize you've never enjoyed your singleness. Like, you've never just had a time of your own, like just you and God. Like, some of you are just so focused on relationships that you don't even care about God. It's all about boys and women, and I don't know. And before I got saved, I was entangled in such things. But when I received Jesus, he's just teaching me that's not how you're supposed to do things. You're supposed to slow down. You're supposed to let God lead you. And trust me, God will never lead you into relationships that do not lead into marriage. Not even relationships, into a relationship. He wants to refine you first. He wants to teach you who you are. He wants you to know you. Because most of people don't even know themselves. Yet they're trying to know other people so that they can date those people. And then immediately they get into that relationship, they're toxic. You need to come back to Jesus. You need to seek the Lord, because God does not support dating. He supports courtship, and courtship leads to marriage. And I know some of you are very bitter. You don't care about marriage. If you don't care about marriage, what are you doing in relationships? Are you going to date that person until you grow old and gray? But that's marriage. That's still marriage. Are you just going to date and date and date until you grow old and die? That's still marriage, bro. If you're going to date somebody until you get old, that's still marriage. If you don't care about marriage, then stop dating. Sit and relax. Enjoy your life. You can be a eunuch and serve the Lord. Because in your singleness, if you decide to not get married, you're supposed to be serving the Lord. Because most people say, I don't want to get married, but they're out here having sex anyhowly with any person, and just doing some weird stuff. If you hate marriage, stay away from anything. Just be by yourself. Yeah, that's flee from sexual sin, bro. Like, and seek the Lord. We are unable to run from sexual sin because we don't have Jesus in our lives. Jesus came on this planet to help us conquer sin. Without Jesus, you cannot walk away from any sexual sin. You can't even stop chasing romantic relationships. You'll be weird. You'll be on the streets out there. Invite Jesus in your life. Let Jesus take over your brain and your heart. And sometimes I pity girls more, man. Like, to be in this world and you don't have Jesus, who is protecting you? Who is protecting you? That's today's word, guys. Let Jesus rule. Let Jesus take over your life. Let him heal you. Let him show you the way. You don't know the way. You think you know the way, you don't.